Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey all, the captain here. He's like, did you just get off the... Yeah, literally got off the motorcycle, and now I'm going to go do asshole consulting because that's how dedicated of an asshole I am. Do you love your job? Yes, I love being an asshole. So if you have a question and need some kind of guidance or wisdom, because basically the rest of the world is charging you money to tell you lies that you want to hear, like follow your heart and the money will follow, and you can major in whatever you want. And don't worry, she'll love you till the day you die. Those wedding vows meant something. If you want real world advice, you're going to pay for it, but you'll pay for it at assholeconsulting.com. And why should I listen to you? Fine, go talk to another therapist. Talk to your third therapist. I don't care. Hey, Cappy, I would like for you to make a video about this. Succinctly, I'm having trouble in life. I feel like I'm overworking, but I don't know how to get out of this work without becoming a slob. To give you some context, I'm an 18-year-old student at the University of Washington studying computer science with a 3.7 GPA. Awesome. Working 2 jobs and go to the gym regularly like your 2 mandatory job videos you told. I was brought up to work for everything. Now I am aiming to have a lifestyle such as yours, but I noticed that my entire life has gone to shit. I'm constantly busy and rarely have time for friends or games. I've even become isolated from my parents, who supplement my college tuition, food, and shelter. I already cannot afford in-state tuition without going into debt. This is why I live with my parents. So while you do see them, though, I'll be honest truth, when I went to college, this is before internet days, there was long distance. I couldn't call my folks because I couldn't afford it, and they thought I hated them. It's like, no, if you want me to call you, give me money, because when I have to choose between tuition, food, and gas, and calling my folks a long distance, like, guess what's going to what's going to be determined. So you're at least seeing them. I went almost three months not talking to my folks, and it wasn't anything. There was no animosity. So you're doing fine. I don't think your folks know you're in college and you're working. They see you're getting a good GPA, so I think they understand. Don't worry about that. God damn it. I'm gonna come up with a new system. This is why I live with my parents. I've also encountered a new problem like lost libido, mild depression, stuff I hadn't experienced in high school. No pussy BS. I don't use these as a crutch. In addition, I also see people constantly on Facebook showing their pictures of partying and yacht cruises who go to the same university. I don't feel like I'm overworking compared to some people, nor do I want to become a parasite without work. I know you lived through something similar. What would you do in my situation? Yeah, I did. I worked full-time, went to school full-time, and it sucked. I dropped down to 118 pounds. I've told the story before. I want to say it again so that you young kids do not make the same mistake. Now, here's what I recommend you do. You are overworking yourself. Today's tuition rates are twice what it were adjusted for inflation and what I paid. And so it is pretty much impossible for you to go through college and pay cash for it nowadays, even in-state tuition. What I would do is I'd take 5 years. Take 6. There's no rush, okay? You got a great GPA. There is absolutely no rush. You're burning yourself out on both ends. You're burning the candle at both wicks and the end, or whatever they used to say it was. And yeah, you're going to go through depression because you're not having any fun. And I ended up going through a mania is what ended up happening with me, where it was like a challenge and I could do it, and I'd tear after at work and I'd get my GPA. And so I'm a little bit different in that, but that's the only way I got through it, is because it's like, let's take this motherfucker on and see what we can do. But that's not sane or healthy. And whereas I was more of a manic or a mania, or it was a challenge, it gave me and some other people energy. You fed off of it. You are a normal person who just like, wow, your brain is like, when do we get to have fun, play with booby time? And you just keep saying you don't. Now, there's a certain amount of realism, man up, and kind of that. This is going to be the worst part of your life, unless something really bad happens to you. But I can guarantee you this is typically all people's worst part of their lives. When you have no money, you got to go to school, You can't just go and get certified because the fucking generations before you fucked it all up. So you're going. This is where you're going to be most tested in terms of finances, not intelligence. Well, with computer science, it will be challenged intellectually, so that might be a little bit more interesting. Socially, you're going to be challenged because, as you noted, you don't have time to get laid. I didn't have time to get laid in college. I had to work. I had to go to school. And then what you're going to see is the posers, and when you talk about your friends out there partying on Facebook, being on yachts, dude, those are the ones that boost your GPA. Those are, trust you me, I'm not making this up. I'm not saying this to make you feel better. Trust you me, they are not going to be as successful as you down the road. They are cashing in their chips now and having party time. I was over at a cigar lounge at a meetup in Phoenix 2 nights ago. Yeah, 2 nights ago. And it was in Tempe. And it's Tuesday night. And I'm looking around at all the college kids. I'm like, why the fuck isn't anybody at home studying? I mean, it was like a Saturday night. The downtown area was packed. The bars were packed. Loud boom, boom, boom music. Chicks dressed like sluts. And those were the workers. Heaven forbid you talk about the girls actually attending. All the guys, there's a line to get into this nightclub. Those are the losers of society. Those are the people who are going to take 6 years to get a fucking liberal arts degree. They're not going to find a job. These are the guys that blow all their money, and the women blow all their money on clothes, and they go to the parties, and they live it up, but they go into debt. These are the ones that are still going to have college debt when they're like 35, 40, because they're still going to keep on their partying lifestyle. Yeah, guess what? You're not going to be on a boat partying. Now, long term, you'll be able to do that. Long term, you'll be able to own a boat, which I wouldn't recommend, but you'll be able to do that for the rest of your life. Whereas these people are only going to be able to do it now as they're going into debt, and they use mommy and daddy's credit card, or they use Uncle Sam's credit card or a Pell Grant or whatever. So be jealous, obviously. Oh, but yeah, I wish I was out in the sun. Of course, Washington doesn't have the sun. You guys don't even know what that is. I'll explain the sun to you some other time. It's a whole separate topic for you people in Washington. I like to be outside playing, hiking Mount Rainier, being on the boat, being on yachts, getting drunk. Yes, that's natural, but you are delaying gratification. And that is a trait that is associated with very successful people. No guarantee you'll be successful, but you're working towards a larger goal. So ignore these party people with their fucking degrees in communications or their journalism degrees. They are not the future movers and shakers of the world. And they're definitely going to be living paycheck to paycheck, hand to mouth. Let me go through. Let's take a look here. Well, everybody knows I'm in Yuma now. Yacht cruises. I think what would you do myself? Okay, so more specifically, actionable items. Working out. See, if you don't have time to play with girls and chase them, I don't know how important the working out is. I don't know what your schedule is. If you're working out 6 days a week, that is a part-time job. That's a pain in the ass. What I would do is just go maintenance working out. Do some cardio, diet, keep svelte. Because if there ain't no girl seeing you naked, it doesn't really matter what your body is. Once you graduate, then you can hit the gym more. But right now, just don't get fat, maintain an okay physique, look decent in clothes, and then truthfully, the most I got laid was ironically in the worst shape I've ever been because I was out having fun and enjoying life. So I'd scale back on the working out, but don't get rid of it. Keep it, because that's also helping you be happy. It releases endorphins. Probably switch more to running than lifting weights. Unless you really like lifting weights, running makes you happier, more endorphins. It takes a little bit more time though, but manage it to the best of your ability. The job, I would find a job that, what were your job? You sent a second email. Oh shit, if I took a picture and I can't use that. Pick the job you could study on, okay? See if you can ramp that up. See if you could find a job where you could study and focus on that one. I would maybe keep both jobs because debt is a concern for you, but seriously consider taking 5 or 6 years to get your degree. You are in no rush. And then I would say get a little bit of a social life, just a little bit. At least, one night a week, go do something social. I don't care if it's kickball league, or the Hey How You Doing club in Washington, or the We Don't Believe in the Sun because none of us have ever seen it club in Washington State. Whatever it is, your mind needs a little bit of happy fun time. And so what you're going to do is you're going to scale back on school. You're going to work smarter. You're going to scale back on your working out. So you're not going to be without money. You'll have money to go and play a little bit, and then go be social. Go do whatever it is that you want to do. And here's the other thing. Let go of the guilt that you didn't graduate in 4 years. There's no rush. There's no, I mean, yeah, are there jobs waiting for computer science grads in 4? Yeah, there is. But don't kill yourself like I did. I mean, seriously, I would have gladly traded in a full GPA point, but in my case, it didn't matter because business degrees are fucking pointless. I would trade in a full GPA and taken a point and taken a full year more to go and have more fun and hit more parties. I think I went to like maybe 4 or 5 parties the entire time, and most of them were hosted by the security guards where we couldn't get busted. So I was going to parties with my coworkers. But anyway, I would recommend, I don't know, go date some girls, Tinder, go on Plenty of Fish or whatever it is. Hang out with your buddies, Dungeons and Dragons, go kayak, go hike, get out. Oh man, Washington's beautiful. Go hike. You should do like a Sunday road trip or Sunday hike every day. Go find a mountain to climb or something that can be done in a day. That'll make you feel up. And that would also kill your workout requirement as well. That'll keep you in shape. So just keep plugging away, dude, but there's no rush to graduate. Absolutely none. Remember, no one takes you seriously until you're 35. You got a little bit of the gray, this touch of gray. Fuck, do I gotta shave? Ah, Jesus, look at me. Fucking down in Mexico and back, I look like shit. I gotta look pretty for the ladies in San Diego. Oh, one of them, both of which are over 50 and grandmotherly types. All right, best of luck to you, kid. You're doing fine. Just scale it back a little bit and enjoy it. That's all we got. Toodles.